Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
3653 or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
What is up? Greetings, America. Welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural roads to your vitality, to your well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they are, but you don't know where to begin, you've come to the right place here on The Bright Side. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body and of your health. You're more and more knowledgeable, and you know that you can overcome any health issue. That's why we are here every day in The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 25 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and high blood pressure, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis and acne and rosacea, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called miraculous, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, simply standard operating procedure, because the human body is a healing and regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while it may seem like a miracle to some folks, this renewing system is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we welcome your phone calls here on The Bright Side at 866-582-9933. If you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. If you want to learn more about the longevity products, the ones I take and the ones I recommend, you can get to my website, brightsideben.com, brightsideben.com. We've got a shopping cart up there with all the fine longevity products. Make sure you take a look at my personal favorite longevity product, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine multivitamin mineral complex powder. You add it to water, drink it. It gives your body a nice low-level, steady-state influx of nutrients. The body doesn't like to have spikes. It doesn't like to have highs and lows. When you drink your nutrients all day long, you give your body a nice steady-state input of nutrients. Vitamins A, C, D, E, K, zinc, selenium, chromium, all kinds of trace nutrients. It's less than $50 a month. It's a cornucopia of nutrition. It tastes great, and it's a wonderful way to show folks who don't understand or don't believe in the power of nutritional supplementation how effective a nutritional supplement program can be. You can also find articles and videos up at www.brightsideben.com. Give you some of the basic ideas of the things we talk about here on The Bright Side. You can also call Phyllis and Andy, or Nasima or Angela, or Frank or Danette at 866-735-2470. They know all about the products. They're friendly. They're knowledgeable. And they can help you if you want to sign up and make yourself a little bit of money selling longevity products and helping folks understand how to use nutritional supplements. Well, thanks so much for joining us once again on The Bright Side. We've been talking about being a sugar burner, the idea of sugar burning versus fat burning, the health implications of burning sugar versus being a fat burner. The body likes to burn fat, and we, apparently at least through our culture, love burning sugar. Got a little disconnect there, folks. Our body wants to burn fat, but it has so much sugar around, it ends up becoming a sugar burner versus a fat burner. When our body is utilizing sugar for energy, that's what I mean by being a sugar burner, utilizing sugar for energy, it's more susceptible to disease, to fatigue, to brain fog, to cancer, to feeling lousy, to being fat. All of these things are things we try to avoid, try to get rid of. We got all kinds of diet programs and all kinds of nutritional programs and all kinds of people giving us advice, but the single most important thing you can do if you want to reduce your susceptibility to degeneration, if you want to feel better, if you want more energy, if you want to avoid getting cancer, if you want to lose weight, the fastest, most effective strategy is to shift your body into fat burning from sugar burning. Shifting into fat Fat burning means health. It means vitality. It means energy. It means better immunity. Shifting into fat burning means that you're going to have to reduce, you're going to have to limit, you're going to have to lower, you're going to have to ideally eliminate your intake of fast-burning carbohydrates, the foods we call insulin-spiking foods, fast-burning carbohydrates, things like soda pop and bread and pasta and potatoes and corn and certainly all desserts and cakes and cookies, all the things we love to eat. We have to figure out a way to shift our body into burning fat rather than burning sugar. It's extremely, extremely important and may be the single most important thing you do to get healthy, shifting your body into a fat-burning mode versus a sugar-burning mode. Yesterday we talked about the ketogenic diet, which may be the best fat-burning eating strategy of all. If you want to be a fat burner rather than a sugar burner, it's going to involve changing your eating strategies and getting yourself on what we called yesterday the ketogenic diet, Ketogenic. Ketogenic diet is one of the best ways to accomplish this fat-burning strategy. Many people, if not most people, have not heard of this ketogenic diet, but it's been around for a long time. The ketogenic diet involves eating zero, or at the very least, tiny, 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 tiny amounts of refined flours and carbohydrates, and at the same time getting just enough protein and high amounts of fat. The ketogenic diet then has three parts. Part one, eliminating as best as you can, entirely if you can, your intake of carbohydrates that can be burnt for energy, most importantly the fast-burning carbs. And at the same time, that's the key, this simultaneity, the same time, you want to be getting just enough protein and high amounts of fat. The reason they call it the ketogenic diet, because when you eat this way, the end result is going to be fat burning, and when you have lots and lots of fat burning and no sugar burning, you end up producing these chemicals that are called ketones as a byproduct, hence the name ketogenic. Genic meaning the development of, or the birth of, or the beginning of. Ketogenic means the development of, or the beginning of, the formation of these fat derivative compounds called ketones. You can also turn your body into a ketone producer by fasting. So fasting and the ketogenic diet are your two strategies for producing these ketone bodies, these ketone substances. When you're fasting, the body is going to end up burning its own fat, and in the same way, you'll end up producing ketones as if you're on a super high-fat, low-sugar diet. So both fasting and adequate protein, high fat, zero carbs, both of these strategies will produce ketones. We talked yesterday that ketones can be thought of as modified fats. They're a very special kind of fat. They can travel through the blood without special carriers. Regular fats need to have special carriers as they're being transported through the liquidy portion of the body. Oil and water don't mix. So the body has evolved these very fancy and elaborate mechanisms for transporting fats through the blood and through the lymph. You don't need to deal with that when it comes to ketones. Ketones are water-soluble fats. So the body doesn't have to deal with any of the fancy transport and carrier mechanisms that it does with regular fats. Ketones can travel through the blood with much more rapidity and much more effectively than regular fats, which require these special protein fat carriers. And the heart and the brain, by the way, especially love to derive energy from ketones. The heart and the brain love ketones. So if you're fasting and you're using the ketogenic diet, your heart and your brain are going to be fine, because your heart and your brain can run on the byproducts of fat burning, whether that fat burning is you burning your fat stores or whether it's your body burning foods that you're putting in that are fatty. So don't have to worry about heart health or brain health if you're fasting or if you're on the ketogenic diet. In fact, the brain and the heart love ketones, and they're going to be fine. Your muscle system will also be fine burning ketones. Most of us are producing ketones sometime during the day, unless we're eating sugar nonstop, basically unless we have an intravenous supply of sugar driving that stuff into our body 24/7. Sometime or another during the day, for most of us, we're producing ketones. And you're also producing ketones at night, because at night you're kind of fasting. If you eat, say, at 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock, you go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock, and then you wake up again at 6 or 7, you're gone 8 hours without any food in your system. Your body has to derive energy from somewhere. somewhere, and what typically will happen is your body will derive energy by burning its own fat stores. You're undergoing a kind of fast, and the energy that your body's using during that fasting period when you're sleeping is derived from ketones. So we're all going through ketosis and producing ketones sometime during the day, usually sometime at night. So it's not like the body isn't used to dealing this way, but if we can intentionally drive the formation of ketones through becoming fat burners, we will be a lot better off. All right, continue our discussion here on ketones and fat burning and sugar burning and the implications for good health when we come back from our break. Our number is 866-582-9933. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this with more good health information. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm George Norrie from Coast to Coast AM. I recently learned about a very unusual pharmacist who does not advocate use of prescription drugs, except in rare circumstances, say when powerful antibiotics are needed to kill a potentially lethal infection, such as pneumonia or staph. Instead, pharmacist Ben Fuchs from Boulder, Colorado, suggests always giving the body all the nutrients it needs to survive, thrive, escape illness, and live younger and longer. I don't think you will find anyone who knows more about how the body works and can explain it in such a delightful and entertaining way. Ben has recorded some very useful Health Nugget Minutes that are available 24/7 online at criticalhealthnews.com. I invite you to log on to criticalhealthnews.com, listen to these Pharmacist Ben Health Nuggets, and maybe even interact with Ben via chat or email. You're going to love Pharmacist Ben online at criticalhealthnews.com.
Friends, this is Alex Jones for MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Yeah?
Did you want to see me, sir?
Well, I did, but now that I do, I'm not so sure.
Sir?
Johnson, I got a mission for you that could change your life.
Oh, good, sir.
It involves traveling halfway around the world without so much as half a clue of where you're going or what you're going to do when you get there.
Situation normal, sir?
Uh-huh. Right, I'll be leading this mission, Johnson, so I'll be telling you what to do.
You, sir?
That's right, Johnson, and I say first things first.
Oh, good plan, sir.
And what I say is first is food. Always remember that, Johnson. Food is a big deal.
Sir, my brother-in-law can get us a really good deal on some surplus MREs.
Johnson, if you've got half a brain and that empty head of yours, you'll call the freeze-dry guy like I did. That food is better for you, it rehydrates faster, and it's good, Johnson. And it keeps for up to 30 years.
Will we be gone that long, sir?
Well, I hope not. Now get your supplies organized and meet me down to the pier at dawn on Sunday. We sail at sunrise.
Yes, sir.
This adventure is brought to you by the Freeze Dry Guy. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network. GCN.
Welcome back to The Bright Side. I am nutritional pharmacist Ben Fuchs. We're here every day, 5 days a week on the Genesis Communication Network, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time. If you like what you hear, tell your friends. If you miss a program, you can go to our archive page at brightsideben.com, where you'll find every show that we've ever done, at least since last March. It's almost a year, gosh, that we've been doing The Bright Side. And they're all up on, all the programs are up on brightsideben.com on the archive page. If you miss a page, or if you want to have somebody you know listen to something that we've talked about, or if you want to review a program, they're all up there at brightsideben.com, along with a shopping cart with all the longevity products and videos and articles, and my smiley face on the top of the homepage. You can also click on the Join Now link on the upper left-hand corner of the page if you want to learn more about how you can make some money selling longevity products, or if you want to learn more about the longevity products in general. You can also call Phyllis and Andy at 866-735-2470. I cannot encourage you more forcefully to get yourself on that Beyond Tangy Tangerine powder multivitamin that you add to water and drink. It tastes great, and it's a great way to demonstrate to yourself or anybody else how effective a nutritional supplement program can be. It's also part of the Healthy Start Pack. Phyllis and Andy know all about that at 866-735-2470. Okay, so we're talking about the advantages to burning fat over burning sugar. The body wants to burn fat. It doesn't want to burn sugar. If you find yourself, if you are on a fat-burning diet, if you're on a diet that features only fats, you end up producing something called ketones. Ketones are really interesting chemicals. You can think of them as specialized fats. One of the really interesting things that happens when your body starts to build up ketones is you get an increase in the breakdown of old cell parts. As cells are going through their lives, they are pretty much like everything else that's alive. They're constantly building up new structures and breaking down old structures. A cell is like a little animal, if you will. Just think of those round circles you see in your biology textbooks, except for these little round animals, these little circles, however you want to picture it in your mind, in your mind's eye. These little circles are filled with working parts, millions of working parts. This is an amazing, amazing concept, folks, that we take for granted. Every cell in your body, of which you have trillions and trillions of these things, every cell in your body is packed with millions of working parts, millions of subcellular structures. They're doing their business inside a cell, and these little subcellular structures are constantly being built up and constantly being broken down, much the same way as everything else that's alive, much the same way as your bones and your muscles and a plant. Anything that's living is going to be built up and broken down, built up and broken down. Out with the old, in with the new. The king is dead. Long live the king. You can't put old wine in new wine in old vessels. Any way you want to express this idea, the main point is that for any living thing, including a cell, there's always going to be a system in place for breaking down old material and structures so that new ones can take over. This breaking down process is the life force's way of reassuring that you'll always have new and healthy and strong living systems. So the little subcellular structures inside of a cell are constantly being broken down and constantly being built up. You can express it any way that you want to. But what's really cool about ketones and ketosis is this cellular process, which is technically called autophagy. Auto meaning automatic, or self. Phagy meaning eating. Autophagy means self-eating. And it's basically a process. The autophagy process is basically a process where the enzymes inside of a cell will selectively target old materials for destruction and then destroy them with chemical enzymes. Little chemical enzymes inside of a cell. This is so amazing to me, folks. Every time I think about this, every time I talk about this, it blows me away. Inside a cell, you have this intelligence, somehow this divine wisdom that knows when a little subcellular structure is defective. It knows that that little subcellular structure has to be targeted for destruction. There's an autophagy, a self-eating process that takes place inside of cells, which selectively targets and breaks down old materials. Well, as it turns out, ketones, these modified fat substances that come from dietary strategies or from fasting, ketones encourage this autophagy process to occur and thereby improve the functions of all of the systems inside a cell. Ketones clean cells. And And a clean cell is a happy cell, and a happy cell is a healthy cell. So when you're producing ketones, by being a fat burner, by going into the ketogenic diet, you're actually improving the cell's ability to clean itself. And a clean cell is a happy cell. You know, in a way, there are different kinds of parts to a healthy body. In other words, the human body can be distinguished by looking at parts, the cell part and the tissue part. So when we have a human body, we want to, in our mind's eye, divide it up into the cell part and the tissue part. Just think of raisin bread. So you think of your body, you've got cells like raisins, and then you've got bread, which is the tissue that the cells are kind of scattered among. Except in the body, the cells are a lot more raisins. So you got cells and you got tissue. Any part of your body, you've got cells and you got tissue. Cells and you got tissue. Cells and you got tissue. It's like raisins and raisin bread, except with a lot more raisins. Think of very, very raisiny bread, lots of raisins, and you'll get kind of the idea of what your body looks like when it comes to cells and what's called the matrix, which is the tissue that the cells rest in. If you're baking raisin bread and you stick long straws into the dough, you create channels, and that would roughly approximate blood vessels and lymphatic vessels. So your body is like a loaf of raisin bread with lots of raisins, which represent the cells. The bread represents the tissue that the cells are resting in. And if you stick long straws in through the dough as you're baking it, those would represent your blood vessels and your lymphatic vessels. This is all kind of a rough approximation, but I want you to get a picture of something, because I'm going to tell you what this whole cellular health idea means when it comes to how we take care of ourselves. So you got cells, which represent, or raisins, which represent cells. You've got the bread, which represents the tissue, and you've got long straws stuck into the bread, which represents the blood vessels and the lymphatic vessels. The point I'm trying to make here is that the cell raisin's health depends on its ability to absorb nutrients from the bread or from the tissue. Anything that we can do to improve the health of the cells meaning the ability the cells have to get nutrients from this matrix, from the bread part of the raisin bread, is going to be in our interest. Anything that we can do to improve the way cells function, the way these raisins function, the way these raisins excrete poisons, the way these raisins absorb nutrients, is going to be in our interest. One of the key issues involved with aging involves cells that are these raisins that are beginning to lose their ability to pass out poisons, to process toxicity. Under these kinds of conditions, the cells begin to die. The raisins begin to die. And this is what aging and ultimately our death is due to. Cellular death. Our ultimate demise is really tied into the death of these cells, which of course depends on the health of the bread, the matrix surrounding the cell. So the fact that ketones facilitate this cell cleansing process is very significant, and it may account, at least partially, for the increased longevity that appears every time we study fasting and we study calorie restriction. It may have to do with the fact that these cells are processing their poisons much more effectively under those conditions. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We got some folks who are on hold. We'll get to your call.
Managing your business and customers isn't easy, huh? SnapForce customer relationship software may be just what you need. SnapForce CRM is a software solution that helps you manage everything important about your customers, from sales to marketing to service and support. All of your customer information is right there at your fingertips for easy access. It's time to take control of your business in a snap. Get your free trial at snapforce.com. That's SNAPFORCE.com. Snapforce.com.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
Are you always 5 minutes late? Maybe you're only late when you don't want to be somewhere. Then you realize you're always 5 minutes late. For work, you set 3 alarms, drag your feet in the shower, drink your coffee slowly until you're rushing out the door. 5 minutes late. It's not that you hate your job. Hate is such a strong word. You're just not that excited about it. But most people don't love what they do, right? Listen, if you're local to the Twin Cities, are hardworking, self-driven, with experience in sales, marketing, or advertising, are personable, and a whiz on the phone, you might want to join one of the largest independent talk radio networks in the world, GCN. Because right now, we are hiring, and we offer benefits. Experience preferred, but we'll train the right person. Is that you? Submit your resume today to advertise at gcnlive.com. That's advertise at gcnlive.com. Come work with the Genesis Communications Network, where you'll want to be 5 minutes early every day.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GCN.
Welcome back to The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We're here every day, Monday through Friday in the Genesis Communication Network. We're taking your calls at 866-582-9933, discussing heart health, this whole idea of ketogenic diet. We're going to talk about this a lot more tomorrow, or Monday, I'm sorry. On our next program, there's a few more things I want to tell you about ketones. Ketones are very important for heart health, very important for brain health. You're only going to get them produced if you limit the amount of carbohydrates, sugars that you use for burning. I hate to sound like a broken record. It seems like we talk about this almost every time we're here on the bright side. This idea of restricting, eliminating, reducing, zero tolerance, if you really want to do it right, for refined, processed carbohydrates. When you start to understand how significant these refined carbohydrates are when it comes to biochemistry, and how significant they are when it comes to degeneration, you begin to see why we are just so unhealthy. Given that the human body is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it's constantly renewing and regenerating itself, you have to ask yourself, why are we so sick? Why do we have 64 million Americans with heart disease? Why do we have 100 million Americans who are either diabetic or pre-diabetic? Why are hundreds of thousands of people a year dying of cancer? Why are there millions of people every year being diagnosed with cancer? The numbers are ridiculous. And when you compare it to how unbelievably powerful the healing system is in the body, and if you think I'm talking hyperbolically, just think of the last time you cut yourself, and just think of how that cut closed itself, how the cells knew what to do, and how anti-infectious material came to fight any kinds of bacteria that were present, and how connective tissue fibers kind of winded their way to the area, and minerals and nutrients kind of navigated to the area to accelerate the healing process. All of this occurs spontaneously and automatically without your need or my need for thinking about it. It occurs just as part of the way that the body operates. And when you think about how unbelievably effective this healing process is, you gotta ask yourself, why are we so darn sick? Why is it that most people don't feel good? And when you examine the fact that we're all messing up our biochemistry with how we're eating, and we're all screwing up our biochemistry with our lack of nutritional components, it becomes a no-brainer. It becomes a no-brainer. And then on top of that, when you start to see how much better you feel, how your blood pressure drops, and how you lose the weight, and how your diabetic markers improve, and how every single health marker improves, when you get yourself on a good nutritional supplement program, it's like the lady on the V8 commercial. You want to hit the side of your head and go, oh my God, of course I got to get on a nutritional supplement program. Of course I can't eat the crappy food, the poison food that they're trying to sell me on the commercials. Of course I have to reduce my caloric load. Of course I got to move my body. It becomes a no-brainer. And the beautiful thing is that the body is so forgiving and so loving and so resilient that as soon as we make a decision to change the way we operate the chemistry in our body, as soon as we make a decision to hack into the biochemistry of the body to our ultimate advantage, as soon as we make that decision, the body turns itself around. The body can turn on a dime if we turn on a dime. And that's the good news. That's why I call this program The Bright Side. No matter what you got going on, people, no matter what you got going on, you can begin to make a change. You can begin to make a difference. You can begin to feel better with nothing more than a decision, with nothing more than a choice, with nothing more than making better food and better nutritional and better lifestyle choices. All right, our number is 866-582-9933. Without further ado, let's go to Canada and talk to Monique. What's up, Monique?
Hey, Dr. Ben.
Greetings, pharmacist. No, pharmacist Ben. I don't have it. I'm not a doctor. Ben. Okay.
I just had a question about, because I'm a type 1 diabetic. The thing is, when I eat, when I cut down the carbs and I start eating salad and eating things without carbs, I feel really weak, without energy.
Okay.
So I have to end up eating carbs. So I want to know how to work around that.
Sure. A couple things. First of all, when you say carbs, what are you talking about? Because there's carbs and then there's carbs. They're not all created equal. So when you say you cut out the carbs, does that mean you're not eating any vegetables?
Oh, not eat vegetables, but like the starches. I should say starches, like potatoes, rice, flour.
Got it. Here's a couple ideas for you. Number one, try sweet potatoes. Number two, I was going to talk about this today. I didn't get a chance to, but we will be talking about something on Monday called MCTs. Have you ever heard of medium chain triglycerides? MCTs?
Never.
Okay, good. Then you're going to hear something new on Monday. And for anybody out there who hasn't heard about MCTs, we're going to talk about that at length in the coming program, in the coming couple of programs. Get yourself some MCT oil. You can do it two ways. You can either buy MCT oils directly from a supplement, and you can just get MCT oil supplements. They sell them at health food stores, or you can use coconut oil, which is 50 to 60% MCTs. MCTs are a special kind of fat that the body doesn't have to process like it does ordinary fats. Ordinary fats, in order to be processed, have to go through some convoluted biochemistry that not everybody does efficiently, unfortunately. MCTs don't require any of that chemistry. So if you're diabetic, a type 1 diabetic, if you're worried about hypoglycemia, get yourself on MCT oils. Your body can produce energy from those MCTs. And by the way, you can get a lot of ketones, which we were talking about earlier, from MCTs. So medium chain triglycerides, use coconut oil, or get yourself some straight MCTs. Then also, you want to be using trace nutrients to help your body obtain energy from its energy burning cycles. And those are the B complex vitamins, especially chromium, vanadium can be helpful. The B complex, though, are super important for deriving energy. Use high doses of the B complex throughout the day. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is probably the way you want to go. Drink it all day long in addition to using your MCTs. And make sure that you're getting carbs. When I talk about no carbs, I don't mean no vegetables. You always want to be making sure that you're getting vegetables. So folks who are going the low carb route, don't skimp on the vegetables. Vegetables. There are vegetables that have more carbohydrates than others. Sweet potatoes and yams and beets tend to be carbohydrate rich. Tubers are carbohydrate rich. And then there's your less carbohydrate, more fibery vegetables. Those are very, very important. Broccoli, the cruciferous vegetables, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, all those are important. Do not skimp on the veggies. Monique, get yourself on some MCT oils. Use essential fatty acid oils as well. Make sure you're getting generous, copious amounts of the B complex throughout the day. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is the best way to do that. And thank you so much for calling, Monique. You're going to want to listen to The Bright Side next week, because we will be talking at length about ketones and MCTs. Medium chain triglycerides are a wonderful source of energy for folks who have type 1 diabetes, for folks who have type 2 diabetes, bodybuilders, weightlifters. Anybody who needs a little extra energy will benefit from this very unique form of dietary fat that you hardly hear anybody ever talk about. Medium chain triglycerides, MCTs. We'll be talking about those at length in our coming programs. Thank you, Monique, for your call. Matt in California, what's up?
Hey, Ben. First of all, I want to say thank you to you and everybody that makes this show possible. It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Two questions. One about myself and then one about Fukushima. So I'll start off with myself. So I'm 23. I got a real active lifestyle, and I suffer from acne, so I'm trying to balance out and get energy and
Okay. Let's talk about the acne first, okay? And then I'll let you ask your other questions. Because acne is really easy to treat. It's unfortunate that people have it because it is just so easy to treat. And we talked a lot about acne a couple months ago. We probably spent 2 or 3 months talking about acne. One of the main points that I want everybody to understand about acne, and this is really important, Matt, but we got a commercial break coming up, so you got to hang on. I'm going to tell you something extremely important to understand about acne that makes it very easy to treat, without which, the knowledge without which you're going to find it impossible to treat. And we'll tell you what that is when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Our number is 866-582-9933. We will be back right after this.
As a parent, one of my greatest concerns is for the safety and well-being of my family. But no matter how concerned I am, it doesn't take the place of taking action and preparing for the unknown. I plan by having a GoFood savings account where I allocate a little money each month to have health store quality food delivered to my door at budget store prices. Although GoFoods are storable for 25 years, they are family mealtime favorites even today. My family asking to eat the food that we are storing lets me know that when we only have the food we stored to live on, that we won't have the added stress of eating unfamiliar or undesirable food. Buying GoFoods is investing in the future of my family. Convenient packages allow me to buy according to my budget, and I get free shipping on my monthly orders. To set up your GoFood savings account, call 800-648-9753 or on the web at www.storefoodnow.com. That's 800-648-9753.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
We are back on the bright side. Nutritional Pharmacist Ben Fuchs here. If you like what you hear, we're here every day on the Genesis Communication Network. If you want to learn more about the longevity products, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, or any of the longevity products you hear us talk about or advertise on the program, give Phyllis and Andy a call at 866-735-2470 or get to my website, brightsideben.com. We're talking to Matt in California. Matt, you there, buddy?
Absolutely.
Matthew? Hey, okay, so here's the cool thing about acne. It's super, super, super easy to treat. The skin grows more rapidly than any other tissue of the body. The skin cells turn over more rapidly than any other tissue of the body, save the digestive system. And that means that if you have acne today, 4 to 8 weeks from today, you don't have to have it because your skin cells are constantly turning over. But you gotta figure out what the biochemical breakdown is that's causing the breakouts. So the biochemical breakdown that's causing the breakouts, what that is. Now, here's what you got to do. First and foremost, acne is not a monolithic disease state. There are 7 different types of skin lesions, and they all get called acne. And without knowing which one of these 7 types of acne you're dealing with, you're not going to be able to treat it effectively. Conversely, if you can figure out what biochemical version of the skin disease you're dealing with, you can treat it almost immediately. So here's what you have to do. You have to figure out, number one, where on the face or where in the body the lesions are appearing, and what the lesions look like. And that will tell you which one of the 7 types. By the way, the 7 types are androgenic male hormone acne, adrenal acne connected to the stress glands, the adrenal glands, digestive acne, which is a food allergy condition or a problem with digestive juices of some kind. The 4th kind of acne is liver acne, and that usually shows up over the long term, one of the other acnes that have appeared for a long time. The 5th type of acne is premenstrual. 6th type of acne has to do with menopause, and the 7th type of acne has to do with the thyroid. So let me ask you a couple questions here real quickly. Where on your body do the lesions appear? Are they on your face, or are they on your back? Are they on your chest? Are they in your T-zone? Are they in your cheek area? Are they around your mouth? Where do they appear?
Yeah, they're around the jaw area. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Little lesions like that.
Just little. Are they little uniform bumps? Tell me what the zits look like. Are they uniform? Are they small? Are they boils?
They're not so huge anymore because as I've eaten healthier, they've toned down in size and stuff, and so that's gotten better. And so just
would you say they're uniform?
Small lesions. Yeah, pretty.
Would you say that they're uniform? So I'm sorry, Matt. Are they uniform? Like they're spread out diffusely, or they just appear here and there?
No, they're right around the face, right around.
No. Are the zits themselves uniform? They all look the same, or are they all kind of looking a little bit? Got it.
Yeah,
okay, good. Would you say it's rashy? Would you say it's rashy as opposed to zitty? Is it red and kind of like looks like a rash almost, or are they individual units, individual zit units, comedones?
Combination of both, just with the redness and the bumps.
Got it. All right, here's what you want to be looking at. Your T-zone is the area that forms a T right in the middle of your head. Most women know what that is. A lot of guys don't. But if you picture a T in the middle of your head, where the top of the T is your forehead, and the middle bar of the T is the line that goes down the middle of your face, that's called your T-zone. In that area, you have lots of oil-producing glands. They're called sebaceous glands. The oils in the skin are called sebum, and these glands that produce oil are called sebaceous glands. When you have either type 1 or type 2 acne, androgenic male hormone acne, or acne that's related to the adrenal glands, you'll have breakouts in the T-zone area. Along the jawline, you do not have oil glands, and this is a major, major clue. Because you're breaking out in areas that do not involve the male hormone system and that do not involve the adrenal hormone system, chances are, Matt, you're dealing with some kind of food allergy condition. All right. The fact that the pimples, the breakouts are rashy also leads me to believe that you're dealing with some kind of immune system activation. Any digestive conditions that you know about, bloating, gas, loose stools, cramping, heartburn, anything like that? That's what you got to focus.
I'm just really trying to eliminate. I've started eating organically and stuff, and that's why I was asking what supplements could help.
Here's the deal: you got to focus on the digestive system. So I'm going to tell you what sounds like to me like you're dealing with some kind of food allergy condition. So here's a couple things for you to do. Number one, you want to keep track of your breakouts. When they get worse, you want to write down in a little book what you ate 2 or 3 or 4 hours before. If you really want to do it right, try to restrict your foods to simple foods for the next couple of weeks, where instead of eating chicken fettuccine, you just have a piece of chicken. Instead of eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you just have some peanuts. Instead of having pizza, you just have a piece of cheese. In other words, you want to eat simply so you can figure out what's causing what. For the next couple of weeks, pay attention to any digestive symptoms, pay attention to any skin flare-ups, and then connect it to specific foods. Secondly, focus on your digestive health. I'd be getting on probiotics today, not tomorrow, not Sunday. I'd be getting on a probiotic supplement today. Try to take at least 80 billion units a day and look for a probiotics, good bacteria supplement that has multiple strains of bacteria. Secondly, with every meal, you want to take 3 or 4 digestive enzymes. Look for digestive enzymes that contain lipase, L-I-P-A-S-E, and protease, P-R-O-T-E-A-S-E. If you find one that has bile salts, B-I-L-E, bile salts, that's even better. And you want to take 3 or 4 of these digestive enzymes with every meal. So you're tracking tracking your foods, looking for flare-ups, looking for digestive symptoms, and connecting them with foods, getting on a probiotic supplement, and then getting on digestive enzymes with every meal. Make absolutely positively sure you're taking 50 milligrams a day of zinc picolinate. I know I say this all the time, but zinc is involved in hundreds of different chemical reactions in the body, and it's extremely important for acne. It's almost like it's a cure for acne. Very, very important nutritional supplement. Make sure you're getting enough of the B complex. Try to drink your B complex all day, like in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, but take extra vitamin B5, pantothenic acid, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams a day of pantothenic acid would be a good idea. Make sure that you're getting 400 micrograms a day of selenium. Selenium monomethionine is probably the best source. That second word is spelled monomethionine. There's tons more stuff. I don't mean to tell you that these are the only things that you need, but this is a great forward step for you. You want to check for food allergies, check for skin flare-ups, connect them with foods, look for digestive symptoms, connect them with foods. Zinc 50 milligrams a day, selenium 400 micrograms a day. Make sure you're getting the B complex, drinking it all day long. Make sure you're getting around 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin B5 a day. I know you had a couple more questions there, Matt, but we got some folks who have been on hold for a while. If you want to send me an email, I am way, way behind on my emails, but Matt, if you put it on there, Matt in California, I'll be glad to answer your other questions. And thanks so much for your kind words and for your call. Hardy, real quick, in Mississippi, what's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Oh, thank you. Great. How does straighten the heart chamber?
Oh, heart health. Lots of good things for the heart. We've been talking about that for the last couple of weeks. And if there's anything that I want you guys to take home from what we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks is that there's so many non-drug alternatives to treating heart issues. Number one, be a fat burner, not a sugar burner. That means eliminate, restrict, as best as you can limit the amounts of foods that you eat that your body can burn for energy. That means breads, pastas, cakes, candies, soda pop, all those foods, fruit juice, have to be reduced or ideally eliminated, and shift over into getting your energy from fat by using MCT oils, which we will be talking about next week. You should be listening in on that. Coconut oil, we'll be talking about that as well. Calorie restriction techniques, go into fasting. All of these are important to allow your body to shift into fat burning. Then there's some wonderful nutrients for helping the heart, for helping with heart health. We haven't even touched some of these, and there are a lot of very important things to do. Vitamin E, very, very important for the heart. Essential fatty acids, very, very important for the heart. Get yourself on 400 international units of vitamin E a day. If you can, look for mixed vitamin E or mixed tocopherols, they call them. Tocopherols is spelled Tocopherols, and you want about 400 IU a day. Make sure that you're getting enough omega-3 and omega-6 fats. Get on the ultimate EFAs. Magnesium is super, super important for heart health. The B complex for heart health. Vitamin C for your heart, very, very important. So many different things. The coenzyme Q10, ridiculously important. Carnitine, very, very important. There's a lot of different ways you can go, Hardy, and thanks so much for calling. But that's the end of the program. That's the music, and we got to move on. Thanks so much for all your calls, folks. Thanks for all your support. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Stay tuned for Alex Jones next on most of these stations. We will talk to you all later, folks. Bye for now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it led back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Worry Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425